One of the biggest obstacles artists face in the music game is access. Getting access to the people that can make it happen, or access to the information and resources you need to get to the next level. That's the key. That's why you need two of the biggest in the game on your side. Introducing J.R. Mckee, Boom Man. Welcome to the real industrial plug. You heard me?
So this is my thing, right? I'm an advocate for artists. Well, I just want artists to understand you can do this without a huge budget behind you thanks to the internet. But I also want to make sure y'all know you're going to have to invest in yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not going to be free, bro. Like even if you get a trend to work on TikTok, right? Let's say, boom, you done did some little dance and now everybody's doing it. If you want to go the distance, you're going to have to spend some money into that trend. When we get a trend on the internet, we don't just let the trend, do what it's going to do.
That's if you're trying to break a superstar. Like, even if you're trying to break a record.
Like, why did Money Long record go #1 when there's at least 25 trends a day happening on TikTok? What set her record apart from all the other trends that happen every single day on TikTok? And the answer is we put a budget behind it. So if you're an artist, even if you're completely independent, you need to be stacking for that day that you need the money.
Okay. So you did put a budget behind it. Cause
I said that. I said we put a budget behind it.
Can you preview that information on how much of a budget you put behind it, or is that still
200 plus?
Wow.
But it's not just behind that one song. It's not just behind that one song. You know what I mean? Like to break it down more so, we spent more money. I would just tell you 65% of that money was spent on creating content, music videos. Money Long has a music video to every song she has out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that we took 200 plus and put it behind that song. That's not what happened. Majority of that money was spent on us creating content because consistency is more important than anything else.
So the argument we had the last time when we was talking about independent and major, the whole nine, how would a person get with a person like you that has that kind of a budget to be able to put behind their music and their craft?
Well, this is the conversation that we need to get into, because we were telling everybody that it's possible to get an investor, but some people would say delay was better. Like it was a comment that said, "Why not go out and get a loan?" And everybody's understand that process. I think us as a culture, we're not used to leveraging debt, and that's something that you're an expert in.
Right,
you're an expert in leveraging debt
for sure.
But look, so I want you, because there's stuff I'm an expert in, but it's many things that you're an expert in that I'm not. And leveraging debt is definitely one of them. Explain to the people how you can leverage debt in order to push yourself forward.
All right, so me and my boy Energy, we came up off the FLP, and I want to shoot a documentary on what we did to come up, but what I did would kill a lot of people. You feel where I'm coming from? But it's basic. No, bro, because in 2019, man, we was paying like about 500,000 plus a month in bills and loans. But we was generating millions of dollars. You feel where I'm coming from?
Right.
It took being fearless. You know what I'm saying? I think fear is what holds people back from being great. So a lot of times you got to do some things you've never done to get the place you've never been. You feel me?
Exactly.
So I said, man, I'm not going to sell no drugs. I'm not going to kick nobody's door. I'm not going to rob nobody. But I understand about creating businesses. And I was preaching heavy in 2019, turn yourself into a business as an artist, because I understood about the account receivable game where you could get funding based off of what you deposit in a bank account. You know what I'm saying? So after 90 days, it's over 250 banks that will fund you, you know what I'm saying, based off of whatever you deposit in your account.
In your account.
That's the account. Right. So I opened up multiple businesses, and I'm giving a lot of free game right here. You get
it's all good. That's what we hear for real industry plugs.
Right. So, but I can't give this away because we do this in a class. But at the same time, I just want artists to get an understanding, like it's multiple ways to generate income. And it's only 3 ways to increase your income. And that's credit, debt, and productivity. So most artists are working a job, or they hustling, they trapping. They only can make so much money, you know what I'm saying, a day. But what helps you increase your income is by utilizing your credit and getting loans. You feel me?
Yeah.
And those, when you reinvest it into your product or whatever works, that'll help you generate some more money, or your career, your goals, whatever. And that's the funding that'll help kind of start you where you could build your buzz up just a little bit, where you have something worth investing in. And if you build your buzz up even just a little bit, somebody will say, dang, you're dope. I see you streaming, because we could do math. You know what I'm saying? We understand that every million views on Spotify is $4,000. Every million streams on Spotify is $4,000. Every million streams on Apple Music is $7,000. Every million views you get on YouTube is about $1,300. We could do the math. So we understanding if you did 100,000 views in a week and it's some money put behind it, we could multiply that. And so that's where, you know, knowing the business, understanding the streaming, understanding royalties, performance royalties, mechanical royalties. Like a lot of artists, they come in the business and they don't even understand the business that they in. They just throwing shit at the wall and hoping something stick. But I try to teach artists, man, this is a business. Learn the business that you're in, understand how you're going to make your money out of music, and then you'll know what to invest in and you'll know how to roll your shit out. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing with me with the funding, the debt, and it's multiple ways. You might have a family member, people who believe in you, and it's more ways to do it, but you definitely need some bread to start your business off like any other business.
Right. Hey, JR Mckee here. Listen, to all of my artists, managers, and executives, it's time to evolve into the streaming business. I'm the #1 streaming executive in the industry with over 30 platinum and gold records in the last 2 years alone. I've been teaching everybody how to do what I do. So if you're interested in breaking through in the streaming business, go ahead and enroll in my masterclass to join my Stream Team community. The link's in the bio. Or visit our website, thestreamteam.club.
Y'all know what's going on, man. It's your big homie Boom, man, checking in. Authentic Empire's own CEO. If you want to set up a meeting, you want to rock with the team, you want to get heard, all you got to do is log on to www.authenticempiremg.com or text the number 404-857-0040. Let's get it booming.
This is where we disagree, because yes, you're going to need bread, but I don't want people to be scared to start broke. I started broke. You know what I mean? You started broke. We all, most people start with nothing. And it's just like people who say, I'm not going to get married till I got a certain amount of money in the bank. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You got to start where you're at. You know what I mean? And so what people need to understand is you're in the best era ever to do that, because on TikTok, you can go on there and you can build an audience from scratch for free. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I personally went viral on TikTok. I had 300 followers at the time. I posted a video of my daughter and me in the airport where she took my mask off and gave me a kiss. One of the most viral videos of last year, right? Probably over like 40 million views, right? Yeah, I posted it to 300 followers. How did it go viral to 300? You could never do that on Instagram. The way it went viral is because the way TikTok works based off of hashtags. The audience is in a hashtag. So every hashtag I put is millions of followers. So when I posted that video and I put hashtag Tyler and hashtag whatever else I put, I now went from 300 followers to millions of followers. And those millions of followers took that video through the roof. That cost me nothing to make. That was an actual video my wife recorded. And now I'm sitting at like 17,000 followers from that one video, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is you can start today for free right there on TikTok. All you have to do is understand how to work TikTok. And like you said, this is a business. When you start any other business, you need a business plan. But for some reason, artists, they don't come into it saying, I need a plan.
No, because they're creatives. They're creatives. See, that's the thing, because I used to be an artist. So most artists, they just want to come, like even me, I'm still a creative. You feel me? You're a creative. But the thing about it is most creatives, they just want to be able to just go work and do what they love to do and be passionate about it. They don't want to even worry about the business end. That's why a lot of artists feel like they jump in a situation and they feel like they signed a bad deal, because they didn't care about the business part of it. They just entrusted somebody else to make sure they handled it for them. So when I tell artists, and I made a clip where I said, man, how you sign a bad deal? You signed it. I feel that way, but I understand that you wasn't as knowledgeable as you should have been about the business that you were signing. The same way you sign your phone contract. You feel what I'm coming from? The same way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not knowledgeable. You didn't know, oh man, they get to track my data, or I got to trade in this phone in order to get this phone, or whatever. You know, I only got a certain amount, and then my streaming band go down.
Like when you're signing them deals, you know, kind of without thought, like, this is my opportunity. You're taking that huge risk without even thinking about what you're signing. But the problem that I see with artists is once they become successful, they don't look at us and look at our risk that we took putting the money into them. You jumped into some shit, you know, head first, not worried about your risk. But now that we're successful, all of a sudden my risk don't matter no more. You know what I mean? I'm the one that took a risk with the same person that jumped in the water. I took that risk and put the money up.
Matter of fact, I tell artists that when they don't deliver, the person who did the deal got the bad deal, because now we're stuck holding a bag that we could see. I've lost more money than I've made in music.
Yeah.
I've lost more as far as when it comes to investing in
artists. Investing in artists.
Right. I've invested millions of dollars. I made millions, but I still think I haven't made more than I've invested. But I make money in. But we understand business about multiple streams of income. So what I decided to do was I said, okay, cool. To circumvent, I got a lot of relationships. People like JR, you know what I'm saying? People like Miguel, people like City, people like Troy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All these industry plugs that we got that do DJ services, like, you know, even like the DJs like Fly Guy DC, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that I utilize, you know what I'm saying? Coalition DJs, MP3 Wax, a lot of these, you know, different relationships. Now I built that because I spent so much money. Now I could offer the service. You feel where I'm coming from? And I tell artists that you don't lose until you quit. You invest in stocks, you invest in NFTs. Just because it don't go down or you didn't make a profit that day, don't mean you lost.
Exactly.
It's gonna go, because, like, for example, when I was an artist, I invested and did a Gucci Mane feature.
Right.
10 years later, Gucci Mane hits my phone. I love what you're doing with this kid, Fujiano. I want to be involved.
Right. And you wouldn't have been on his radar had you not invested with him.
Exactly. He knew it was a relationship. He knew me. You feel me? Because of what I invested. So now it paid off 10 years later. So it was it didn't make me that much. I didn't make my money back off the investment then, but I made it millions off of it 10 years later.
Now, right. So how do you feel about artists signing to artists? What's your thought process there?
Like me, like I told you before, it's only 2 artists in the game right now that I rock with that I would sign. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? But 2 in Atlanta for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Young Thug and Gucci Mane. And Gucci ain't here. He really in Miami. Them the only 2. I see them. Their artist is really popping, really making moves, really going up. They got real influence and they care about making sure their artists win. Now, I don't know what Kendrick doing over there with TDE, but I think they had some success as well. I'm not sure.
But the TDE isn't Kendrick's though. Like, he just signed to TDE.
Right. Okay. Well, cool. Well, so that's what I'm saying. So I know Thug is behind his brand, and I know Gucci is behind his brand, and they got real artists with real traction that's really popping. And so them is the only 2 that got a clue to me that's really passionate about seeing they whole roster win.
Yeah. And see, this is where I go futuristic with this shit and trying new ways of doing things. As I would tell an artist, no, don't sign to another artist. But you can leverage a partnership with them. Let's do this next project, and I'll give you a percentage of this project for you to co-sign, and we can say you executive produce this product. And that way, when I pop, you gonna get your money, you know, tenfold. But I'm still not stuck on you if it don't work.
Oh, I'm tripping. They just said Gotti.
Gotti's number one. Yeah, Gotti's number one.
For sure. I forgive me. No disrespect.
Yeah, Gotti number one. But yeah, it's all business to me. I'm not signing to another artist just because I don't need to sign to another artist. We can tap in. We can do a short-term partnership that makes sense. You know what I mean? Listen, these next 2 projects, you executive produce them. You may put a verse on each one, but guess what? You're going to eat off these 2 projects for life. You know, these 2 projects may make you $20,000 a month for the rest of your life, and we both win. You know what I mean? Right. And so I'm just going to find creative ways to do it. That's all.
And then too, it depends on what type of music you're doing, what genre of music, because different strokes work for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing R&B versus gangster rap, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
it's a big
stuff some stuff you have to, like with the rappers. Like I tell rappers all the time, I wouldn't want to be no rapper. It takes too much shit to be a rapper. You can't go to jail. You can't get beat up. You can't say you gotta go to jail. You gotta be done sold some drugs. You gotta be gang related. You can't be gay. It's just too much shit that come with being a rapper to get stamped and validated where it's respected, unless you're doing some fun dance type, novelty type records.